I got my guy in here. Nitro, what's up, Nitro? So good to see you. I got Big Homie in here. I got Nitro. I got my K in here. Special K is in the building. That's my name for her, Special K. That's family right there. What's going on? So good to see you all. Shondalyn, so good to see you, mama. That's right, Kay. You already know. We locked in. Mr. Big, what's going on? What's going on? Shondalyn, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, guys. Let's get the likes up so that we can get the medicine out. You know, the world needs self-awareness. It's the only thing we need. It's the only thing we're missing. Man, I got people popping up already. It's only been 2 seconds. They trying to jump into live. Let me see if I can. Okay. That part right there, Kay. And love. Oh, thank you. Book recommendations, the only one that I would recommend is this one. But it depends on where you're going. It depends on what you're trying to do. Hey, Lena, what's up, mama? It depends on what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to transform yourself and become the most powerful version, you start with that one. And I'm not just telling you that because it's my book. I'm telling you that because that book will transform you into a version of yourself that will run circles around the current version of you. Hey, what's up, Queen? So good to see you. That part right there, okay? Good morning. For that book to be what it is, and for me not to talk about it is and I really don't, is disrespectful. Here to serve. What's up, here to serve? Yeah, Kay. It's Kay. You know, it's disrespectful. D, what's up? I don't really talk about it. I really don't. You guys know that. You guys are on here with me every day. I'm not like, oh, the book, you got to go get it. Never. I only talk about it at the end of the live. That's it. And I really don't even talk about it then. I promise you I don't. For it to be what it is, I don't push it like I should. I think that's the tragedy. So good to see you all. So good to see you all. Welcome. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you in advance. You guys know once I get rolling, Lala, what's up, mama? So good to see you. You guys know once I get rolling, that part right there, Monica, that part right there, all of what you just said, and put the steroids on top of that. That part right there. Couldn't have said it better myself. It would have took me 50 years. What took you 5 seconds to say. That part right there, Destiny, all is well. Everything is fine. All is well. The only thing wrong with your life is the filter that you use to see it through. Sometimes we just don't see things clearly and accurately due to our programming and conditioning. Sometimes we just don't see things clearly and accurately due to our programming and conditioning. That part right there, love you. The baddest thing walking. You guys remember the 2 arrow concept. Remember the 2 arrow concept. Keep that at the forefront of your thinking. Anytime a negative situation happens to you in life, 2 arrows are going to fly your way at the same time. The first arrow is always the situation itself. And oftentimes there's nothing you can do about the first arrow. So we're not focused on the first arrow. Okay. The second arrow is your reaction to the first arrow. It's the second arrow that does all of the damage to you. The first arrow has no power. The situation itself has no power. That person walking out of your life has no power. That car accident, no power. The traffic, no power. People's negative criticisms about you and what they think about you and what they project onto you, no power. Anytime that a negative event happens in your life, two arrows are going to fly your way at the same time. I don't care what's happening. Every time some event happens, every time some situation happens, you're going to catch those two arrows. The first arrow is never the problem. The first arrow is there to teach you that you are not emotionally intelligent. The first arrow is there to teach you that you are not self-aware because you reacted to the first arrow. And when you reacted to the first arrow, that's where your suffering comes in. The suffering didn't happen because of the first arrow. The suffering happened because you fired the second arrow at the first arrow, and the second arrow is your reaction to the first. Your reaction to that person that walked out of your life is what hurt you. Your reaction to the traffic is what hurt you. Your reaction to that person's negative criticisms or their negative opinions about you is what hurt you, not what they said, how you reacted to what they said, the story that you created in your mind about what they said, the meaning that you attached to what they said. It's what's hurting you, which means that the problem in your life is you. The first arrows of your life only have the power that you give them. They're all powerless. That's what I need you to understand. All of the first arrows in your life are powerless. They only have the power that you give them. Which means that you are producing your own suffering, not reality, not the situation, not God. You don't need to keep praying to him. The problem is you. You don't have a God problem. You have a you problem. You don't have a reality problem. You have a you problem. Because until we solve the problem called you, we're not going to get anywhere. That's what I need you to understand. The only problem in your life is called Y-O-U. No other problems. You keep firing that second arrow. And the moment you fire that second arrow, because it's your reaction to the first arrow, you produce your suffering. And what God is trying to teach you, what reality is trying to teach you, is that you don't have to react to anything. Everything that's happening in your life is leading you to self-awareness. Everything that's happening in your life is leading you to your awakening. It's leading you to becoming the most powerful version of yourself. But you're labeling everything. That's your problem. You label things as good. You label things as bad. And anytime you label something as bad, you punish yourself. Reality didn't punish you. The person didn't punish you. You punished you. Everything outside of you is neutral. That part right there. Everything outside of you is neutral. Nothing requires your reaction. Everything is teaching you where you are strong and where you are weak. That's what God is trying to show you. But you're too busy reacting to the situation to see that. Every single thing that's happening to you, what he's teaching you is where you are strong and where you are weak. So anytime you have a negative reaction to that thing is a gift to you. Because it's showing you where you still need to work on yourself. It's showing you where you still need to heal. It's showing you where you're still not awakened. How can he trust you if all you do is react to things? And then you become a reflection of what you react to. Now you're not happy anymore. Now you're walking around moody and gloomy. Now you're supposed to be pulling people out of the river. Now you need to be pulled out of the river yourself. That's what he created you for, to pull people out of the river, to bring people from the darkness to the light. That's what he created you for. But how you going to pull somebody out of the river when you're drowning yourself? Because you're reacting to this and reacting to that. Nothing requires your reaction because everything is beneath you. Everything is beneath you. You got to understand what you are, what he's trying to teach you. God provides the stimulus. You provide the reaction. That's how he's building you right now. He's giving you things. You're so busy reacting to everything and attaching negative meaning to things because he's showing you where you're weak at, where you lack emotional intelligence. You don't have to punish yourself for anything. Why are you punishing yourself? Nothing else is punishing you but you. And so what your awakening is about, it's all about you understanding that the purpose of life is you. You are the purpose. You don't have a purpose outside of you. You are the purpose. And when you find your purpose in you, because you'll never find it anywhere outside of you, when you find your purpose in you, you will also find God in that moment. When you find God in that moment, you will understand that just being who you are is the gift. There is no other gift. Your presence alone is the gift. The energy that you carry is the gift. The version of him that lives in you is the gift. Why? Because the gift has the ability to transform anyone. That's it. What's my purpose, coach? You are the purpose. There's no purpose outside of you. The purpose is you. But if you never meet you, who you are at your essence, when I say meet you, if you only meet the version of you that the world told you to be, then you'll never become the version of you that God is trying to transform you into. This requires surrender. It requires you surrendering to who you think you need to be for everyone else so that you can focus on who you need to be for God. But we're so caught up trying to be everything for everyone else that we're not being what we need to be for him. That was the whole purpose why he created you. Because there's something that you carry in you that no other human being in history is carrying right now. All right, let's get busy. That part right there. That part right there. Hey, what's up, Sammy? So good to see you. So good to see you. All right, put your seatbelts on. I'm getting ready to let the lion out the cage. Put your seatbelts on. Let me let this lion out the cage. You already know when he come out of this, game over. That part right there. Never said I never took it off. So let's get our little laughs and giggles in right now. Yeah, get your little jokes out right now. Because once that lion come out the cage, that boy don't do no playing. No, as I see you, I see you, I see you. Muhammad, my brother, I see you. Yeah. Everybody, if you got a joke, tell it now. For this plane, get off the runway. All right. Yep, get them out. Get your hee-hees in now. I'm telling you. Once that lion comes out the cage, that bad boy. Woo. He said, I'm scared to even laugh. Now you good. You good. All right, Silver Seal, let's get it. You guys know, for me, belief is the biggest thing. You know, when it comes to awareness, everything comes back to belief. And I think that so many of us are struggling right now because there's a lack of belief there. Something has caused you to not fully believe in yourself. And we talk about the fact that belief is free and all of that's Sounds good. That's bumper sticker talk. But the reality of the situation is the reason why self-awareness is so important is because your trauma, your past negative experiences, all of your painful experiences, and I'm saying this with all the love in my heart, all of the negative experiences that you had, the traumas, the breakups, the heartbreak, the people that let you down, the people that may have done something to you that they had no business doing to you, all of those things combined has impacted your self-concept. And when it impacts your self-concept, it impacts your belief. That's why I don't blame you. That's why I can feel love and compassion for you right now, because that's not your fault. Okay, when you came into the world, you were maximum faith, you were maximum belief, you were unconditional love, you were happiness, you were bliss, you were joy, you were all of those things. And then something happens along the way to you becoming the version of you that you are right now. Something happened. The something that happened is not your fault. That's what I'm saying. So I want to meet you at that intersection right there so that we can communicate there. Because what's important to understand is that once those traumas and those wounds and those unhealed versions of you, all of that impacts your self-concept. Once your self-concept is impacted, it's going to change the relationship you have with yourself. It's going to change the way you love yourself. It's going to change the way you show up for yourself. It's going to change the way you believe in yourself. You're not going to walk around as strong, not because you're not strong, but because you're still looking at yourself through those experiences, right? You're still looking at yourself through the window of what happened to you. And so then we'll put on that mask and we'll pretend to have it all together and we want to be strong and we're saying the affirmations and we have the vision boards and we're trying to do all those things to piece yourself back together. You have an awareness problem here. Because all of the affirmations in the world will not make you confident. That's not what's killing your confidence. What's killing your confidence is the unhealed versions of you that you haven't dealt with yet. The answers that you haven't received to certain situations, that's what's hurting you. You not knowing why this person did this or this person did that or this person lied to you or they cheated on you or they took everything you had. There's answers that you don't have. And those things pop their head out from time to time. And again, that impacts your self-concept. It impacts the way you love yourself. It impacts the way you show up for yourself. So what do? You go grab the affirmations. And you're saying the affirmations every single day. And you may be following certain people and you're just trying to get your bounce back. And as you're trying to get your bounce back, you're saying the affirmation, but the problem is that you don't really believe it. Those wounds won't let you believe it. The unhealed versions of you won't let you believe it. It's not that you don't want to believe it, but those versions of you that you were in all of your yesterdays is blocking that belief. That's why self-awareness is so important to you. You can say all of the affirmations in the world. A person can walk up and tell you you are the most amazing thing walking, and you want to believe that. But that unhealed version of you is going to start whispering in your ear the moment that you break contact with that person. And then you're going to go back down to that level of belief. See, people will tell you, if you believe it, you can achieve it. Nothing could be further from the truth in awareness. Because that belief will take you up that elevator temporarily. But eventually, that belief comes back down to your level of self-worth. Your self-worth controls everything. The belief can get you jump-started. So you can go to the motivational seminar, you can go to church, you can go to the business conference, you can go to those things and you walk up, you're so pumped up, you're so fired up. But the moment that you're not around those people anymore, your belief is going to come back down to where your self-worth is. Because your self-worth is what controls everything, not your belief. So when someone tells you, if you believe it, you can achieve it. Well, that's not true. Because my beliefs can pump me up, but my self-concept is what determines what comes in and out of my life. My self-concept is what determines the opportunities that I see. My self-concept determines how much I love myself, how much I show up for myself, how much faith I put in myself. It controls all of that. So if we don't change your self-concept, it doesn't matter what you believe. That belief is fleeting. It's going to be there for a moment and then it's going to go. That faith is fleeting. It's going to be there for a moment and then it's going to go. That motivation and inspiration is fleeting. It'll be there for a moment and then next minute it won't. When you need it the most, it won't be there. Guess what will be there? Your self-worth. Holding the steering wheel to who you are. That's why self-awareness is so important. Hey, Nimita, what's up, mama? Okay, that's why self-awareness is so important, because if we don't change your self-concept, meaning the relationship you have with yourself, nothing changes. Okay, nothing changes. If we don't attack that self-concept and start changing why you feel the way you feel about you so that you can understand what happened to you and how you got here to this moment, nothing is going to change. That's what the self-awareness is going to do. It's going to change your self-concept. It's going to change your self-worth. It's going to change the relationship you have with yourself. And once that relationship you have with yourself changes, it's game over. Now, when you have that affirmation, it's gonna manifest, because now you have the belief. Now the belief stays. The belief is no longer fleeting, because your wounds aren't whispering in your ears any longer. Does that make sense? So it's not your fault. You're not broken, okay? It's not your fault. You just need to better understand yourself. And we're all so busy trying to change things that we don't understand ourselves. You can go wash the car that's broken all day long. The car's still going to be broken. Okay? You don't change what's going on underneath the hood. It doesn't matter how much you shine the car up. Okay? The car's got an internal problem, not an external problem. We don't need to keep washing the car. That's the equivalent of you adding these affirmations for yourself. You just washing the car, but the car's broken internally. Let's fix the car, then wash it. Right? I just said that because I have a feeling that somebody needed to hear that. And so that was important to say. So what are we talking about? Faith is right now. That's what I need you to understand. I said faith is right now. It's not tomorrow. It's not in the future. It's not, okay, coach, one day I'll start working on it. No, faith is right now. Faith is absolute certainty. Faith is absolute power. Let me tell you something about your beliefs. Your beliefs give you security. Faith is insecurity, because you don't know. But you carry that same energy as though you know. Watch this. I could talk to you right now, face to face. And there's no way that I could convince you that tomorrow is not going to arrive. I couldn't do it. There's no way I could sit in front of you right now for the next 8 hours straight, and I would never be able to convince you that tomorrow's not going to show up. You're going to start looking at me like coach has lost his mind, but you don't know. I need you to see the roadblock here. I need you to catch this, but you don't know. You have no idea what's going to happen 5 seconds from now, but you got maximum faith that tomorrow is coming. You didn't wake up depressed this morning. You didn't wake up unhappy because you thought tomorrow wasn't going to be here. You didn't wake up moody or gloomy. None of that. So that same energy that you have regarding tomorrow coming, and that faith that you have, is what you need to bring to your entire life. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You have no idea whether or not tomorrow's coming, but you got faith. You don't have a fiber of evidence in you right now to prove that tomorrow's going to show up, but you got maximum faith. Wonderful. Carry that same energy to everything you do. That's what faith is. I don't have the evidence, but I know. I don't have any proof, coach, but I know. Bring that to your life. Bring that to your relationships. Bring that to your business opportunities. Bring that to yourself, most importantly. I don't have evidence, but I know. So it makes no sense for you to try to talk me out of it. I know. The same way that I can't talk you out of tomorrow showing up is the same way that I shouldn't be able to talk you out of anything, and no one else should be able to. That's what God is saying. He's saying, move through life with me like that. Don't be selective with your faith. You are a master at it. Faith is something that you have mastered. You're not worried about whether or not you're going to be able to take your next breath. You got maximum faith. You're not worried about whether or not tomorrow's going to show up. You have maximum faith. But when it comes to other areas of your life, you are selective there. That's the problem. What I need you to do is bring that same energy to everything you do, because you've already mastered it. My job is to bring to the forefront of your thinking where you are falling short. The same way you don't have any evidence about tomorrow, it's the same way that you don't have any evidence about that business opportunity. It's the same way that you don't have any evidence about whether or not you're going to become the most powerful version of yourself. But you got to have faith. I carry that same level of faith about tomorrow into every area and every aspect of my life. That's what I'm saying to you. You've already mastered it. Stop being selective with it and just let it out the cage. Because you are the problem. You are limiting yourself for no reason. You are the limitation. The limitations don't exist outside of you. You are it. And that's what God is trying to reveal to you. Stop limiting yourself. Your beliefs give you security. You believe because you can see the thing that you're believing in. That's why you believe. But your faith comes from what you can't see. So you don't need to have faith in you. You need to have belief in you. You need to have faith that what you're going after is going to work out for you. That's what's hurting you, and that's where fear comes in, because you don't have any faith. God is saying, I need you to have faith. I need you to have belief in you, but faith in what's coming. You don't need to have faith in you because you can see you. Belief comes from what you see. Faith comes from what you can't see. Faith comes from what's coming. So I have to start with having maximum belief in me. And then I have to remove everything in my life that has me questioning myself. Remove everything in my life that doesn't serve me. Remove everything in my life that's giving me less than I deserve. Even if that thing that's giving me less than I deserve is a version of myself that no longer works for me. Everything has to go. We got to have a clearance sale today. Everything must go sale today. Anything that doesn't work for you anymore has to go right now. Everything must go. Clearance sale. Let it all go. Let's have a yard sale today. Anything that's no longer serving you has to go now. Let go of everything that has already let go of you. Everything has to go. No more fighting to keep what isn't fighting to be kept, because anything that you have to chase doesn't belong to you. Anything that you have to convince doesn't belong to you. Anything that you have to try to prove yourself to doesn't belong to you. The thing doesn't want to be there. Let it go. You can't claim to love yourself and cling to the thing that's hurting you at the same time. So we need to get clear here. We need clarity here. What's working, what's not working. That's what strength, power, honor is. Strength is about you understanding. What makes you strong is understanding from moment to moment what's adding value to you and what's taking value away from you. You have to be a master at that. And then I've got to love myself so much that the same way that I wrote this person into my life is the same way I got to write you out. No pauses, no gaps, no let me think about it. No, everything has to go. Same way I wrote you in, just as quick as I wrote you in, I have to write you out. It's not because I don't love you, it's because we're not in alignment anymore. This isn't about love, it's about alignment. Because the moment that I'm out of alignment with God, all of my blessings stop. Everything stops. This whole life is about you being in alignment with Him. That's it. And anything that takes you out of alignment with Him has to go immediately. I said anything that takes you out of alignment has to go immediately. Because what are you signaling to Him? Anything you can't walk away from, you are a slave to. And I'm not talking about things that add value to you. I'm talking about the things that take value away from you. So if you're a slave to anything you can't walk away from, what are you signaling to God when you're not willing to walk away from that thing that's devaluing you? That thing has that much power over you, whether that's some drug, whether that's alcohol, whether that's porn, whether that's whatever you got going on when nobody else is watching. That thing you won't walk away from is the very thing that's taking you out of alignment with Him. What are you signaling to Him in that moment? Let me put it in a way I know you won't miss it. I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I know no one convinced you to could do. No person on this planet can convince you to walk away from God. Not a single person. But the same way you can't walk away from God is the same way you don't have the power to walk away from this thing that's hurting you. So God is saying, well, where does my power start and this thing's power end? Because if you won't walk away from the thing and you won't walk away from me, I don't know which one is most important to you. What's most important to you? What's taking you out of alignment with me or what's keeping you in alignment with me? Let me know, because I'm confused now. You got this drug, you got this alcohol, you got this person, you got this situation. You won't walk away from that. Okay, we get that. You won't walk away from me. Okay, we get that. Well, damn, both of them have power over you. I don't know where my power starts and where it ends. Where's my impact on your life? Because it seems like the thing has more power to you because it's taking you out of alignment with me. And you ain't even seeing that. If I'm Him, I'm confused as hell. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm saying, I don't know. They both have power over you. Which has more power? You won't walk away from either one. So tell me which one has the power over you. Where does my power start and where does it end in your life? Because anything you can't walk away from, what you avoid controls you. Anything you won't walk away from, you are a slave to. That part right there, that's the whole key, that's the whole key, Miss Harden, right there. That's the whole key. That's the whole game. That's the whole art to the game. I need to be in alignment with Him. I keep telling you guys, stop looking at your life through groupthink. Stop seeing yourself as you and God. There is nothing else. There's the two of you. But you looking at yourself through your family bloodline. You looking at yourself through friends and family. You looking at yourself based on what's happening in the world. You're looking at yourself through the wrong filter. You're looking at yourself through the eyes of everyone else. That's why you can't see your value. You might be the most important human being ever created. We're never going to discover that because you got things that you won't walk away from. And this thing has power over you. And it's taking you out of alignment with Him. No human being should have that type of power over you. No substance should have that type of power over you. Nothing. And don't think that you're in control of the thing. The thing is in control of you. That's what scares me about it. You don't have no control. That control that you think you have is an illusion. Well, I can just stop buying it, coach, but you keep buying it. I can just cut it off, coach, but you keep going back to it. So clearly you can't. I can stop at any time, but you don't. But you don't. I'm not asking you to stop anything. It's not why I'm here. It's not my purpose in your life. My purpose in your life is to help you to understand that you are the divine. There should be nothing in your life. Take the babies, take God out of it. There should be nothing in your life that you can't walk away from that's taking you out of alignment with Him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about becoming detached from things that add value to you. That doesn't make sense. I'm talking about the things that are devaluing you somehow, some way. And you know they are. But you sold yourself some story that I can function with this thing. You sold yourself some story that it's not as bad as it seems, that it doesn't have some power or some control over me. But if you can't walk away from it, it does. The chain is in your mind. It's not in reality. That's the problem. You don't see the chain because the chain is in your mind. If the chain was on your foot somewhere, you'd see it and then you'd understand the problem. But you don't see that. So the chain is mental. That's the worst chain of all because you're walking around carrying the chain. No one sees it but you. Some of us are walking around, you got chains on in your mind right now. Nothing outside your front door. You open the front door right now, there's nothing there. The chain is here. No walls out front, the wall is here. You're too powerful for that. That's why I'm having this conversation with you. You're too powerful for that. We think that the worst type of prison is some physical prison. There's more free people in prison than there are on the street. I promise you that. Because the people in the real prison have accepted their reality. So they're free. They walk around playing cards and playing dominoes and playing checkers and watching sports and just having a good old time. Yeah, they can't go home, but they're free here. Then you've got people that are walking around out in the world miserable. Wait a minute. You got this person in prison. This person is laughing and sketching and drawing things and making music and all of this. In a real physical prison, has to wake up that way every single day. But you have people outside of that prison that are more miserable than the people in prison. Because the prison is a state of mind. It's not a state of being. You can be free and be in prison. That toxic relationship is a prison. You not loving yourself, prison. You showing up to some job that you hate every single day because you got to pay the bill, prison. Those friendships that you have outgrown, prison. You're lonely right now, prison. Suffering or depressed right now, prison. Oh, coach, I don't ever want to go to some physical prison, but you're living in one every day. And the problem with the prison that you live in every day is that it's in your mind, so you carry it everywhere you go. The people in real prison they have accepted their reality. See, we talk about the fact that acceptance is your superpower. You're not hurting because of what's happening in reality. You're hurting because you're fighting against the way things are. What's making you unhappy, what's making you depressed, what's making you sad is that you've created some story in your mind, and the story that you created in your mind is out of alignment with what you think should be happening. And when that thing is out of alignment with what you think should be happening, you punish yourself. When that thing is in alignment with what you think should be happening, you give yourself permission to experience happiness, to experience joy, to experience bliss. But you're the warden and the inmate at the same time. And every time something doesn't go your way, you lock that cage to your life. That part right there with no bond. I love that. Thank you for tossing me that softball, CMA. No bond. Walk around here with no bail, locked up all day. Unhappy, moody, gloomy, miserable, unhappy. All the freedom in the world. We talk about that. We talk about the fact that we talked about that last night. Life is a buffet, but most people are starving to death. You're swimming in love. You're swimming in happiness. You're swimming in joy. You're swimming in bliss, but you're so busy reminding yourself about what you don't have. You're so busy reminding yourself about who stopped loving you. You're so busy reminding yourself about what's missing from your life. You're so busy being dissatisfied with where you are in life, dissatisfied with your body, dissatisfied with the relationship, dissatisfied with the job. There's so much dissatisfaction in you. Happiness is like, I can't show up nowhere, man. Ain't no room, coach. Every time I go to knock on the door of who she is, it's a whole party going on. Everybody miserable, everybody unhappy in there. I'm going to just stay outside because there's no room. There's too much traffic going on in the mind of this person. I can't show up. There's no room for me. You become a master at reminding yourself about what you don't have, about what's missing, about who you're not, reminding yourself about what happened in all of your yesterdays. I'm telling you, Mr. Big, I'm telling you, baby. I'm just giving you raw truth right now. That's it. I'm giving you raw truth right now. I'm hitting you so hard in your chest with raw truth. Got time for opinions. You don't need my opinion. You need the truth. Your mind is going to become your greatest asset or your worst enemy. Pick a side. That's all. Your mind is going to become your greatest asset or your worst enemy. Pick a side. You holding the steering wheel. Let me say this. Fear is nothing more than a misuse of your imagination. That's it. Don't overthink it. Fear is nothing more than a misuse of your imagination. How can you claim to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? Let me say that one more time in case your earpiece may have fallen out. I said, how can you claim to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? Fear is the number one indicator that you are not fully trusting God in some area of your life. Number one. And your fear is coming because you don't believe that the situation is going to work out for you. That's why you're experiencing it. You experience fear because you have convinced yourself that the situation is not going to go the way that you think it should. And here's what's crazy. Your fear is only you projecting your own thoughts onto the situation. Your fear is you projecting your own thoughts onto the situation, which contaminates the situation. The situation was not a problem until you projected your thoughts onto it. Until you projected the story onto it. Until you projected what you think should or shouldn't happen onto it. You contaminated the whole moment. Where fear is, God is not. And where God is, fear is not. Let me tell you something about your father in case you don't know. Let me say this real quick. There's only the present moment. That's it. There is no other moment. There is only the present moment. We don't have a future. We don't have a past. You have this moment. It's the ever unfolding present moment. Now watch this. Let me tell you what fear won't do. Fear will never show up in the present moment, ever. Because anything in the present moment belongs to God because God is the present moment. It's the only place you can experience him. You can't experience him in the future. You can't experience him in the past. You can only experience him in this moment. Fear would never disrespect God by showing up in this moment. But let me tell you what you do. You project something that happened in a previous moment onto the present moment. So the whole transaction is happening in your mind. It's not happening in reality. So you're not even affecting God any way, shape, or form because fear already knows. And let me tell you what would happen if fear could speak to you. Fear could say, now you're not going to put me in that situation with God. You ain't going to have God get on me. No. I'm not showing up in the present moment. Fear comes because of something that you're projecting in the future. Fear will never show up in the present moment. It's something that happened to you in a previous moment that you project onto the present moment. But the whole transaction, one more time, is happening in your mind, not in reality. Fear don't want no smoke with God. The only thing that can exist in this in the present moment is love, happiness, joy, peace, bliss, excitement. All of the best things in the world is the only thing that you can experience in this moment. The moment that you are experiencing anxiety or fear or depression or unhappiness, it's something that you have to remind yourself of. It's something that you are reactivating. It's something that you are projecting onto the present moment. It's coming from the story that you created in your mind in that moment. It's coming from the meaning that you attach. But the whole transaction is happening in your mind. It's not happening in reality. There's not a single negative emotion in history that would dare show up in the present moment. What's showing up in the present moment is the meaning that you are attaching to what you see in that moment. So it's happening here. So God is like, you're not affecting the moment. You're not affecting reality. You're only affecting yourself. You're affecting you. You're not affecting the person sitting next to you. You're not affecting the man over at the Starbucks. You're not affecting anyone but yourself. Because that negative emotion knows nothing gets to be in the present moment that isn't reflective of God. Nothing. Any negative experience that you have is coming from the meaning that you attached. It's not in reality. It's only in the meaning that you attach to reality. That's it. You are life, is what you are. You don't have a life, you are life. But one more time, this is all the training Again, you're in a master class, and so reality is providing the stimulus to you. You're providing the reaction, but the whole transaction is happening in your mind. It's not happening outside of you. It's not happening outside of you. So you're not bothering anyone around you. It's all happening within you. This is how you're becoming transformed. This is how you're becoming the greatest version of yourself. It's all happening in you. What is that teaching you? You said, what if it's a cheating spouse? What is that teaching you? One more time, reality is the master teacher. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you something. Let me tell you why that person cheats on you or cheated on you. Because they don't place value on you any longer. That's it. The person no longer places value on having access to you. And when you no longer place value on having access to a person, you do things like that. Whether it's lying to the person, cheating on the person, being disloyal, being abusive, the moment that people stop placing value on you, the relationship is over. And when I no longer place value on you, that also means that I'm no longer placing respect on you. How can I not respect you and place value on you at the same time? Right? Here's another thing for that person that cheats on you. When a person cheats, it's because they value the thing in front of them more than they value their relationship with you. Think about that. When a person cheats on you, it's because they value that thing in front of them more than they value their commitment to you. Here's the problem. Coach, I want to accept them back. Okay, wonderful. Accept them back. But my point is this. The version of them that gave them the ability to cheat on you still exists within the person. So what's going to happen the next time when that person sees someone else that they want to have some experience with? Because that version still exists. That version of them is going to come back out again. Loyalty happens in your absence. It doesn't happen in your presence. So you don't know if that person is really being loyal to you. And what you don't know is that there's a version of that person that resides in them that you've never met before. That's the threat to your relationship. See, what we don't understand is that the biggest threat to your relationship is not the people around you. You got to wake up. The biggest threat to your relationship is not the people outside of the relationship. Ever. Wake up. But that's what you've been programmed to look at. You've been programmed and conditioned to focus on the beautiful woman that walked in, to focus on the handsome man that walked in. You're focused on the person. The only threat to your relationship is that person that you wake up next to every single day, because that person has to accept what's being offered to them. And the moment that they accepted that, the relationship was over in that moment. You worried about the person. No, you should want your husband or want your wife to be surrounded by as many beautiful people as possible. Let me just watch you. Because if you come out of character in my presence, what do you think is going to happen in my absence? And if you disrespect me in my presence, you're most definitely going to disrespect me in my absence. So why you sitting here getting offended by the woman flirting with you? No, focus on the person. Because I can't offer you anything that you don't want. I can't offer you anything that you don't secretly desire. I can walk up to you right now with the most delicious chocolate cake. I can't make you eat it. I can walk up to you with the most delicious steak. I can't make you take a single bite. So people are always going to be offering things to your significant other. The problem doesn't start until they accept it. So the threat to your relationship is that person that you wake up next to every single day, the one that you don't watch. Because you're too busy looking at the people. They trained you to look in the wrong way. No, you need to watch them. Don't watch the person. Watch the person you wake up next to every day. Because the last person you say goodnight to And the first person you say good morning to is the greatest threat to your relationship. You're watching the wrong people. Not only that, what that relationship is reflecting to you, is that it's time for you to build you. Build yourself. Build yourself into something so powerful that people won't be able to walk away from it. Build yourself into something so powerful that people will do anything to gain access to it. One more time, when that person walks away, when that person cheats, it's because they no longer place value on you. Okay, what do, coach? Transmute the energy. That's the whole purpose. Transmute the energy. God has given you a gift right now. That energy is the rocket fuel. Transmute the energy. I'm getting ready to turn myself into something so powerful that the next person that I'm with won't be able to walk away from it. I don't have anything to prove to the person that cheated on me. It's not even about them anymore. That person that cheated on you was the gift. The only thing you have to do is love yourself enough to walk away from less than what you deserve. Transmute that energy. I'm taking a kickboxing class. I'm taking a yoga class. Instead of me allowing that energy to attack me, instead of me spiraling into depression, instead of me spiraling into unhappiness, this will be my never again story. Greatest gift ever given to you. That never again story. This will never happen again. I'm getting ready to go write that book. This will never happen again. I'm getting ready to become the content creator. This will never happen again. I'm getting ready to rebuild my body. This will never happen again. I'm getting ready to rebuild my mind and become self-aware and become a master of self. This will never happen again. That person was a gift. Because if that person stays in your life, you'll continue to shrink. You'll continue to show up small. You'll continue to not love yourself. You'll continue to tolerate things that you shouldn't. No, they're letting you out the cage. They're giving you a free invitation to walk out of the cage that you've been living in. Get out of the cage. Go transform yourself. Become something so valuable and so powerful that people won't be able to walk away from you. To walk away from you would be too expensive. That part right there, transform yourself, is the greatest gift you can ever receive. You may not ever get another gift like that. Man, you got to go transform you. And then you're going to transform you and give yourself everything that you were waiting on someone else to give you. Starting right now. Give yourself everything that you were waiting for that person to give you. Give that to yourself first before you ask anyone else for it. Oftentimes, that's why people cheat on us. Oftentimes, that's why relationships fall apart. Relationships fall apart because we make the relationship so important. We place this relationship on the pedestal. We place this person on the pedestal. We start being their everything. And the moment you started being their everything, you were nothing for yourself. And the version of that person that fell in love with you, they fell in love with you because you were a different version of yourself in the beginning that you're not right now. We're not going to live in the truth. That version of you that that person met in the beginning was totally different than the version of you that you are right now. You know it and I know it. I don't even have to know you to know that. That's what attracted the person to you. Because maybe you had your career going on it. Maybe you had the gym going on it. Maybe you had your goals going on it. You didn't have no drama going on. You weren't all heavy like you are right now. You was going doing things with your friends. You was going out and having drinks and going out to little clubs and parties here and there. You had a life. And the moment you added this person to your life, you stopped living life. And you transformed your life into everything that they needed you to be. So you stopped showing up for you. And guess what they did? They became a reflection of what you are. You no longer showing up for you. They stopped showing up for you. You no longer was loving on you. They'll stop loving on you. You no longer believe in you. They'll stop believing in you. The relationship became a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. I'm telling you. I don't even have to know you. I can tell you why it fell apart, how it fell apart, when it fell apart. But I can also tell you how you put yourself back together. That's the most important part. I'm telling you, we lose ourselves in relationships because we've been programmed and conditioned to believe that that's what we're supposed to do, to make the relationship everything. No, the relationship only is a reflection of you. It's an extension of you. It's an extension of you. The relationship will only be powerful when you become powerful. The relationship will only be as strong as you are. The relationship will only be as loving as the love that you give to yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. It's an empty box. What you put is the best of who you are in the relationship. Hang on, you guys. But somehow, some way we get that twisted. I don't know how we do it, but we do it. Somehow, some way we get it twisted where we put ourselves on the back burner and the relationship becomes the most important thing. Self-awareness. You got to join my community. Yeah, that never again story. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, God is giving you a gift. Don't use the gift to where now you start punishing yourself. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. Growth happens the moment you stop needing approval. Growth happens the moment you stop needing external validation. Growth happens the moment you stop tying your happiness to everything that's happening outside of you. Your entire life will change the moment that your self-trust becomes louder than your self-doubt. I said your entire life will change the moment that your self-trust becomes louder than your self-doubt. Your entire life will change the moment that your self-respect becomes louder than what other people think about you. When your self-love becomes louder than their disrespect, that's when everything changes. Your life right now is a reflection of everything you've tolerated. The body you have, the relationship you're in, the money in your account, the joy or pain that you feel every single day, it's all the result of what you've settled for. And if you're brutally honest with yourself, you've been tolerating too much. If you're brutally honest with yourself, you've been tolerating some things that you shouldn't have. You've been tolerating the stress. You've been tolerating things that you shouldn't be from certain people. That part right there, Doc, I see you, Doc. That part right there, Moni, zero tolerance. Let me say this real quick. The prize is never the trophy. I think we got to shift our thinking here. The prize is never the trophy. The prize is who you get to become on your way to getting the trophy. The prize is never in the trophy. The prize is who you got to become on the way to winning that trophy. Whether that trophy be self-awareness, whether that trophy be self-mastery, whether that trophy be emotional intelligence. We're so focused on the outcome that we don't pay attention to who we became on the way to that particular outcome. So we don't enjoy the process because we're so focused on the destination. The destination is just the result. And then once you get to that destination, you're focused on the next destination, which means that you're not enjoying life because you're too busy reaching for it. That part right there, the process is the prize. Again, the prize is never the trophy. The prize is who you become on your way to winning the trophy. Stop focusing on what you're going to receive from bringing greatness to your life and just focus on the greatness itself. See, that's the problem. That's the mindset right there. You've got to wake up every single day and bring greatness to your life because it's a reflection of your character. It doesn't matter what this other person is doing. You don't become a reflection of the person. You become a reflection of what God put in you. I show up to every single moment and I insert greatness in the moment. I can't insert mediocrity and expect greatness in return. I'm going to bring greatness to every single thing that I do. And I'm not worried about the outcome. Whatever the outcome is, it just is. But we're so focused. Well, coach, they don't give me this, so I don't want to be that. But you're becoming a reflection of them. You're not becoming a reflection of him. Because anything you're not willing to give someone else, you're also not giving yourself. And you don't realize it. So when you decide to not give kindness to that person, guess what? There's no kindness in you. When you decide to not show love to that person, guess what? There's no love in you. Oh, God was a master when he did that. He might have been the coldest thing in the world when he did that. He said, oh, you think you're going to be slick? You think you're going to walk around here and decide who you want to show love to and who you don't? Every single person that you're not willing to be something for, you will also not be that for yourself. So when you don't want to show kindness to that person, kindness won't be in you. When you don't want to show love to that person, love won't be in you. When you don't want to show empathy for that person, you will never experience it yourself. Everything in life is only a reflection of what you are. Oh, he was a beast when he did that. Oh, you want to judge them? I'm going to also help you create a program so that you judge yourself. So every day that you walk in the mirror, it's the same way you judge that person, you judge yourself at the same time. And the moment you stop judging them, you'll stop judging you. Everything is being reflected back to you. The moment that you made that decision, the moment that you entertain that thought, that you don't want to show kindness, you don't want to show love to that person, even though that's what you are, that feeling was cut off in you, and you don't even realize it. Everything that you're not willing to give someone else, you will also not experience that thing in that moment in yourself. So the only person you punishing is you. That part right there, Doc. And that's the sad part, the saddest reality of it all. The kindness is free. Everything that you give in a person is free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's only a reflection of your character. It's only a reflection of who you are. Again, stop focusing on what you're going to receive from bringing greatness to your life and just focus on bringing the greatness itself, because that's what you are. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what you are. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. Again, God is providing the stimulus. You provide the reaction. He's showing you where you're strong. He's showing you where you're weak. He's showing you where you need to increase your emotional intelligence. He's showing you where you need to increase your self-awareness. That's what's happening in the world outside of you. Your only thing is to show up and bring greatness to every single thing that you do. And don't worry about the outcomes. Don't worry about this person's attitude. You got to understand that person in that moment may be going to war against their own mind. In that moment, they may be trying to project their wounds onto you. The person is already suffering. No matter what you say or do in that moment, you can't do anything that's going to hurt that person more than they're already hurting themselves. The only thing that you can do is be a reflection of what you were created to be. That's it. You're making life harder than it needs to be because you're too busy focusing on what other people are. Focus on what you are, because what you are have the power to transform what they are. But if you become a reflection of them, you become weakness like them. Oh, coach, I need to tell it like it is, but you become a reflection of what you tell it. God created you to be the light for every single person standing in darkness. That should be your focus. So you can never expect to succeed. Hang on real quick. This thing keep going on. All right. That part right there. Let me say this real quick before I get out of here. There's something I want to share with you guys. What I'm getting ready to give you is pure awareness. Pure awareness. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not asking you to do anything different. You know, just think about what I'm saying. The size of your heart will always matter more than the size of your house. This is awareness. The size of your heart will always matter more in God's eyes than the size of your house. The way you treat the waiter says more about you than the way you treat the CEO. I said the way you treat the waiter says more about you than the way you treat the CEO. We understand why you treat the CEO a certain way, because the CEO can do something for you. You can benefit from that person at that time. But how do you treat that waiter? That's what God is paying attention to. Not how you treat the CEOs of the world. How you treat the people that you have categorized in your mind as being beneath you. Your bank balance means nothing if you are spiritually bankrupt. Status might impress people for a moment. I'll give you that. It will. It'll impress people for a moment. But the way you treat those that can do absolutely nothing for you impresses them for a lifetime. You have no idea the impact that you have on that person that can do absolutely nothing for you in that moment. I'm talking about they can't add value to you. They can't do anything for you financially. How, in other words, what do people feel when they're in your energy field? Do they walk away feeling like less? Do they walk away feeling more? Are they empowered? Are they inspired? Do you shine on the person or do you shine light on the person? Which one is it? And I'm not talking about at some charitable event. I'm not talking about when all eyes are on you. I'm not talking about when there's cameras everywhere and everybody's posing so that we can post pictures on social media to try to convince people that we're good people. I'm talking about when it's just you and that person at that gas station and there's nobody watching. Who do you become? That's what God is paying attention to, not what you do at the charitable events. Because that says more about who you are when no one else is around than what you do in the light. What you do in the light, anybody would do that. So one more time, status might impress people for a moment, but the way you treat those that can do absolutely nothing for you leaves an impression for a lifetime. True wealth isn't measured in square footage. True wealth is measured in the impact that you leave on the lives of every single person that comes in contact with you. Measure your wealth by that metric. It's not measured by square footage. It doesn't matter what the size of your house is. What matters is how do people feel when they come in contact with you? What's that impact like when that person comes in contact with you? Do they feel like they met something that's the evidence of God? Or do they feel like they've met something that's the evidence of what the world has told you to be? Do people feel more or less in your presence? More or less. If you're going to measure something, measure how kind you are. Measure how compassionate you are to those that are less fortunate than you. Measure how deeply you love and not just what you have. If we're going to be measuring things, measure yourself by that. Measure yourself by the impact that you have on every single person that comes in contact with you. That's the only metric I use. What did I do for you? That's the only thing that matters. Not what did I take from you, not what can I get from you, not how can I benefit from you. What value did I add to you? That part, spiritually speaking, that part right there, spiritually speaking. I'm telling you, that's the only thing that matters. I get the fact that we, as a society, everything was about what do you have and how popular and how. That's not the game anymore. That's not the game anymore. The game is self-awareness now. It's self-mastery. It's healing now. It's people, understanding what you are and what you are connected to, understanding your divine essence, becoming the greatest and most powerful version of yourself. Stop giving your energy to people that don't deserve it. Stop giving your attention to people that don't deserve it. Stop placing your focus on people that don't deserve it. Put that on you because you need all of that. We talk about this all the time. Every single person in life was given their own ladder, and the only thing that can propel you up your ladder is belief. It's the only thing you can. It's your only job to believe in yourself. That's your only job. Because if I master that, I master everywhere I want to go in life. If I don't master that, I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what the affirmations say. It doesn't matter what the visions board say. It doesn't matter what anything says. If I don't believe in me, I can't get anywhere. If I don't embody that mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I get nowhere. So my first job is to believe in me. That's job priority number one. Before I can start doing this, or before I can do that, or before I can do this over here, I've got to start with belief in me. I don't get anywhere. It's the only thing that can propel me up my ladder. That's your number one job, is to believe in yourself. Number one, priority number one. And to become a master at removing anything from your life that no longer serves you, because this present moment belongs to you. The moment belongs to you. You've got to dominate the moment. One more time. If I take care of this moment, the future will take care of itself. But if I don't take care of this moment will be reflective of what my future is going to be. I'm looking at my future based on the decisions and moves that I make in the present moment right now. That part right there, clarity. Like, that's your real number one job. It's just to believe in you. No other job. Nothing else. If you have that, you won. It's game over. It's game over. It's when I don't have that, I'm in trouble. That part right there. Yeah, it's the number one thing. Like I said again, we when you think about that belief and it being your number one job, I think the sad reality for me when it comes to that is we don't have a problem doubting. We don't have a problem with fear. Fear gas tank full. Doubt gas tank full. Limiting beliefs gas tank full. Faith gas tank, quarter of a tank. Belief gas tank, quarter of a tank. You know, all of the tanks that should be filled aren't filled. The ones that should be on E, full to the top. We don't have a problem with the fear. We don't have a problem with the doubt. We don't have a problem with the limiting beliefs. But when it comes to the faith, we got to get that jump started. When it comes to the belief, I got to get that jump started. Come on, what are we doing here? That's why mastering yourself is the most important thing in the world. There's nothing more important than mastering yourself. Because if you haven't mastered you, you haven't mastered anything. Not anything of real value. Mastering yourself is the purpose of life. If I don't get to that place, if I don't ever understand who I become that's when I meet my purpose. That's when I meet God for real. That's when I meet everything. The moment I master me, it's game over. Nothing can stop me now. But if I haven't mastered me, everything can stop me now because I'm still living out of my programming and conditioning, still living out of my ego personality. You know, I still need external validation. I need people to believe in me. I think that my love comes from the things outside of me. I think that my happiness is tied to everything outside of me. I've got issues now. My mind is still in a mess. Hey, Juliet, what's up, mama? But that's the time that you see. That's what I'm saying. That right there. I love that. Thank you for having that pen. It's hard to believe in yourself when you're surrounded by criticism. That's when you need to do it. That's the test right there. Because if you only believe in yourself when things are going the way that you need them to go, then you don't believe in you. And you are belief personified. I could make the argument that you're more belief than you are anything else because you never run out of it. Belief is the only thing that you never run out of. All of these other emotions and feelings that you experience, they come and go. Belief is the only one, like, I ain't going nowhere. Think about what I'm saying. Belief is the only thing. It's like the janitor at the high school. It's always there. The problem is that you don't understand that doubt and belief are the same thing. Because every time you doubt yourself, you're believing in what you can't do. You're believing in what you can't achieve, but you are still believing. But your mind is working against you now. It's no longer working for you. You become the liability in your life. You're no longer the asset. That's what I need you to understand. So you have a you problem, not a criticism problem. You have a you problem, not an external problem. Your problem is not outside of you. Stop pointing the finger at other people, because then you're going to feel justified in hanging on to the way you feel. Stop doing that. You have a you problem. See, God was so powerful when he did that. He said, I'm going to make sure you never run out of belief. Never. There's not a single moment of your life when you are not believing. Belief and breath run the same, because you're always doing it. You're either believing in what you can do, or you're believing in what you can't do. You're either believing in what you can become, or you're believing in what you can't become. You're either believing that you can do the thing, or you're doubting that you can do the thing. But doubt and belief are the same, because every time you doubt yourself, you're believing in what you can't do. You never run out of belief. But because you haven't taken the time to master yourself, your mind has mastered you. And now it holds the steering wheel to who you are. So it's driving the car. Your mind is a wonderful servant, terrible master. It was never supposed to be in control of the situation. But you got programmed and conditioned to chase money. You got programmed and conditioned to chase people. You got programmed and conditioned to chase fame and popularity. You were more concerned with trying to impress people with the things that you could acquire in life, and you never caught you. The one thing you never caught was you. You caught everything else. I asked this question to how does belief stop believing in belief? It's what you are. That's our problem. That's what we need to figure out. That's what we need to go one-on-one. How did belief stop believing in itself? That's the most important question that you should be asking yourself. How did belief stop believing in itself? How the hell did that happen? How's water no longer getting wet? Help me understand that. That's what you should be trying to figure out instead of trying to add people to your life. That's what you should be trying to figure out instead of chase money. That's what you should be trying to figure out instead of trying to impress people that don't matter anyways. How did belief, which is what God created me to be, how did belief manage to not believe in itself? Where did I drop the ball here? Think about what I'm saying. That's literally the equivalent of water no longer getting wet. How did that happen? We got to solve that riddle. How did that happen? Belief stopped believing in itself. That's the programming and conditioning. This is what I'm saying to you. You're attaching meaning to something that's happening in your life. And because you're attaching meaning to something that's happening in your life, it's transformed your mind into your weakness and not your weapon. We got to change that. Because if you're not believing in yourself full time, that means that you're not succeeding at a high clip. Right? That's what I'm saying. Because until you've mastered your biggest obstacle, which is yourself, You haven't mastered anything. That's the whole key. We got to master you. Once you master you, you'll understand where you're falling short, and then we change that, and it's game over after that. All right. Self-mastery is everything, but we don't understand that that's the purpose of life. The purpose of life. You are the purpose. There is no other purpose outside of you. You are the purpose. And there are certain people that don't want you to know that you are the purpose, because the moment that you discover you, the moment that you discover what you really are, it's game over. It's game over. It's game over. All of the wisdom in the entire universe is contained in you right now. You don't realize it. All right. That part. Yeah, you got to meet you first, though. If you don't, that's why the self-awareness is so important, because you have to meet you first. You know, you know, when I say meet you first, I'm talking about meeting the understanding who you are at your spiritual essence, that version of you. Right? Once you meet that version of you, it's game over. Let me tell you why. Because that version of you doesn't seek external validation. That version of you is belief personified. That version of you is maximum faith. That version of you is unconditional love. That version of you understands that anything you add to your life is only unlocking what's already inside of you. That version of you is whole and complete. That version of you would never be looking for something or someone to complete what you already are. That version of you no longer operates out of your programming and conditioning. That version of you doesn't have some ego attached to it. That version of you is directly connected with God. That version of you has a purpose and a mission that it's trying to bring to the world. It's your me that's in the way. So you got two different things going on at the time. You got your programming and conditioning and your ego personality and everything you've experienced leading up to this moment. And then you've got your spiritual essence that's been buried inside of that, that's been planted inside of that. Now it's time for that version of you to emerge. The version of you that doesn't carry the pain, but the version of you that witnessed it. The version of you that doesn't carry the wounds, but the version of you that witnessed it. The version of you that sight reports back to. The version of you that sound reports back to. The version of you that taste reports back to. The version of you that mind reports back to. Thought reports back to. Belief reports back to. Everything is reporting back to who you really are. That consciousness in you. The awareness in you. Not that ego and not your programming and conditioning. Two different things. If you're suffering right now, it's the number one indicator that you are not self-aware. If you're suffering in any capacity, it's the number one indicator that you're still asleep, because you're doing that to yourself. Once you wake up and have that spiritual awakening, you'll no longer punish yourself anymore. It's game over after that. There's a whole different version of you that you haven't met yet. That's why I'm saying we got to get out of the business of chasing people and adding people. Meet you first. It's going to be the best, greatest meeting you ever have in your life. And then you're going to be so selfish with that version of you and who you allow to have access to that version of you. So selfish. And it's a beautiful thing. All right. My name is Jordan Williams. First and foremost, hopefully you guys, I hope you enjoy the live. My goal, my purpose is to add more value to your life in this moment. To add value to your life and make sure I'm definitely not taking value away from you. To leave you better than I found you is my goal, my purpose, my mission. My name is Jordan Williams. For those of you guys that are new to the platform, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I've been doing this for 2 decades now. You know, I specialize in self-awareness and self-mastery. I've been working with people all over the planet. My team and I have created a brand of awareness called Motivational Awareness, and it's changing the world as we speak. People all over the globe are waking up. to their spiritual essence, self-mastery, highest level of emotional intelligence, just becoming unlocked and becoming unleashed. And motivational awareness, which is what we've created, our purpose and our mission when we started was we were looking out at the world and we were seeing, well, what's missing? We understand we've got the motivational speakers and we've got people that do this and people that do that. We get all of that. We were looking for a lane that we could create for ourselves that would deliver on what we say, right? Where, you know, you bring this product to the market and it does exactly what we say it's going to do, or it's going to exceed your expectations. And I think that that's what it's been doing. It's been exceeding the expectations of every single person that's been a part of it. I've had people's lives that have been transformed right from my live streams. Never been in the same room with these people, you know, but that's what the motivational awareness is about. It's where motivation, inspiration, emotional intelligence, self-mastery, and self-awareness all intersect. They all come together all at one time. And you can't, one without the other, it just won't do it. Can I come here and motivate you? Yeah. But if you don't have that emotional intelligence component in there, if you don't have that self-awareness component, if you don't have that self-mastery component and that combination to make them all work perfectly, right, in harmony with each other. And I think that that's why so many people were falling short when they were going to see this person or going to see that person and trying to solve their internal problem from an external perspective. I think that that was the issue that they were falling into, is because you needed the combination of them all. Because the combination of them all just unlocks something in you, and you won't understand that until you start studying it. So long story short, that's what we teach. That's what we've brought to the world. And it's been transforming people's lives everywhere. It's mind blowing. We're blown away. To be honest with you, it's way bigger than anything that we thought it would be. Again, it was something that we started out doing with celebrity clients and you know, high profile athletes and people that we would coach behind the scenes. And we were seeing the transformations with these people because, believe it or not, these were some of the wealthiest people in the world, and they were chronically depressed. Different celebrities that we were coaching, different athletes that we were coaching, people that you would think they have it all. House, you know, 50,000 square feet, 10 cars out front, 4 swimming pools in the back, crazy lifestyle, depressed. Because what we learned and what they learned is that it doesn't matter what you add to your life. Happiness doesn't come from what you add to your life. Happiness comes from what you are. And if you don't get a hold of what you are, and if you don't understand what you are, you'll continue to add things. We talk about cliff top and rock bottom. These people were at cliff top. Cliff top meaning that they were at the highest level of life. And then you have people that are at rock bottom. Rock bottom might be that person that's sleeping in a park that's homeless right now, but they were no happier than the person that's sleeping in the park that's homeless. That homeless person may look up at them and say, ooh, if I just had that life, I'd be so happy right now. But they won't. Your happiness doesn't come from an external perspective. It comes from you being in contact and being in direct alignment with God, period. It comes from you being in direct alignment with Him. It comes with you being in direct alignment with your spiritual essence. You cannot buy your way to happiness. You cannot add your way to happiness. Happiness comes from alignment. It comes from you understanding that I'm not missing anything in this moment. I am complete. I am whole. Because the moment that you show up to the present moment and you think that you are missing something, you think that there's something that you don't have that's going to make you feel complete, whether that's a person, whether that's a thing, whether that's a bag, whether that's a car. It's like, coach, I need this thing and then I'll be happy. Happiness will never be where you are. Happiness comes from the moment that you decide, I am good enough for me exactly as I am right now. I don't need to add anything. I don't need to change anything. I am whole and complete. Does that mean that I don't go out and get things? Absolutely not. Go out and get everything you want, but understand that anything that you add to your life will only enhance what should already be there. So when you go and you get that relationship, you should be adding that relationship to your life because you have an abundance of happiness to give. You should be adding that person to your life because you have an abundance of love to give. You have an abundance of joy to give. But if you're empty and then you go to the relationship, that person becomes your attachment now because you're going to turn them into your happiness, turn them into your entertainment, turn them into your joy because you have voids in you and you're trying to fill them from an external perspective, and it will never work. Which means that the relationship will end up falling apart. You'll be unhappy, and then you'll take that unhappy version of you, spiral into unhappiness for a little while, get back online, find a new person, and then you'll do it all over again. Until you find yourself, you will never find happiness. It's not outside of you. You're already in possession of it right now. What we have to figure out is what's blocking its presence in your life. What's blocking love's presence in your life? What's blocking joy's presence in your life? Because adding people to your life and adding things to your life will never solve that problem. You cannot solve your internal problem from an external perspective. You will never do it. Ever. Okay? So if you don't take the time to master you, then that means that reality has you mastered. That means that life has you mastered. That means that you're going to always be a slave to situations, circumstances, and people because you're going to always need these people to be a certain way. And that also means that you're going to start placing expectations on people. Now I need you to be this, and I need you to be my that, and I need you to be my this. And you have all of these expectations. And when people don't live up to your expectations, you punish yourself. All of that has to stop. Let's just get you centered. Let's get you recalibrated. And then once we do that, then you start adding whatever it is you want to add to your life. Because what we don't understand is that the only thing that you're chasing in life is a feeling. You're actually not chasing anything else. And the feeling that you're chasing is something that you already carry. You just don't realize it yet. You think you're chasing things. But really what you're chasing is the way those things make you feel. At the root cause of it all, there's a feeling there that you love when you are in possession of this thing. And what you have to understand is that the thing is not what created the feeling. The meaning that you attach to the thing is what created the feeling. You're chasing something that you're already in possession of. That's where I'm trying to take you. That's where I want you to go. And in your mind, you think I add the person and then I feel the feeling. I add the money and then I feel the feeling. I add the person, then I feel the feeling, or the car or the house or the apartment or the business. No, 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 no. The feeling is in you. You are the feeling. And you give yourself permission to experience that feeling the moment that you add something new to your life. My thing is that stop holding the feeling hostage. Stop waiting until you add something new to your life to feel the way you want to feel. You can feel the feeling right now, but due to a lack of self-awareness, you don't know how to give yourself from that feeling without adding something new to your life. So you've been punishing yourself once again. We're all chasing feelings. We're all chasing feelings, the most beautiful thing in the world. And the feeling that you're chasing, you're already in possession of right now. That's where I want to take you. That's when you are the strongest and most powerful version of yourself. Does that mean I don't get the houses anymore, coach? No, that's not what that means. Does that mean I don't chase goals anymore? No, that's not what that means. What that means is now when you're chasing things, you understand that when you add this thing to your life, it's only going to help you unlock what's already there. So you don't give this thing all of this power over you now. Now the thing loses power. It loses all of its power. See, when you lack self-awareness, it has power over you. The relationship has power over you. The car has power over you. The job has power over you. But once you become self-aware and you realize everything is coming from me, the thing has no more power. The thing is lucky to have access to you. You should never feel lucky to have access to things, ever. All right. Ever. Things are lucky. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Things are lucky to have access to you. You should never feel lucky to have access to things. The things don't transfer anything over to you. The money doesn't transfer anything over you. The car didn't transfer anything. The clothes, the house, the jewelry, nothing transfers emotion to you. You just unlock what's already in you. And that's just that place I want to bring you guys to. All right, so real quick, type me in the comments. Hang on real quick. All right, so anyways, back to my point. So Mindset Masters, for all of you guys that are looking to really take your life to the next level or to take me on as a mentor, life coach, accountability partner in your life, Mindset Masters is the community that we've created. And we created this community specifically for that reason, to help you become not only just a master of your mindset, but to have that self-awareness, to increase your self-awareness, to increase your emotional intelligence, to help you become emotionally bulletproof, which is my favorite thing. But to also help you to become a master of self. That's what it's all about. That's what the entire community is about. The community is literally $1 a day, $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. What do you get for the $29 a month? You receive 2 life coaches and 1 executive coach. You're going to gain access to all of my live streams, which you're seeing right here. I've got probably 100 of these inside of the community right now. I've got podcasts inside of the community right now. You're going to gain access to that. I write multiple times inside of the community. You're going to gain access to that. I do exclusive live streams inside of the community every Tuesday and Thursday. We did one last night that was amazing. You're going to gain access to that. But more important than anything else, everything you need to take your life to the next level is literally inside of that community right now. And it may only take you a month. You may only spend $29 to become the version of yourself that you've been waiting to become. Why? Because information changes situations. You can change your situation when you come in contact with the right information. And the right information is inside of this community when it comes to self-mastery, emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and you becoming a master of self. So at the end of the day, that's it. You're $29 away, which is the cheapest but best decision that you will ever make in your life, in my opinion, because nothing is more important than you becoming self-aware. Nothing. I wouldn't trade. I've had access to, it's not bragging if it's true, but I've had access to the most amazing luxury life that you could ever imagine. And I would never trade for my self-awareness, I'd give it all away. I'd give it all away. I would give it all away. To be the version of myself that I am right now, I wouldn't trade anything for it. There's nothing's worth that. It's too important. There's too much value you're able to bring to the world and to the lives of other people. I don't bring value to the world because I have a Rolls Royce. I don't bring value to the world because I live in a big house. I don't bring value to the world because I have nice clothes. I might bring value to myself, but I don't bring value to you. With being self-aware, you bring value to every single person that you come in contact with. You are an asset to every single. Just because you have a Ferrari doesn't make you an asset to the man on the other side of town. So once you become that most powerful version of yourself, you become the gift, you become the blessing, you become everything. So real quick, if you guys are ready to take your life to the next level, just type me in the comments. And when you type me in the comments, you're going to also receive a free copy of my book today, The Secret of Awareness, How Powerful Are You Ready to Be? You will get this book in ebook format and you'll be ready to go. And the only thing you need to bring is burning desire. Just copy and paste. Somebody copy and paste that link up there for me, please. Awesome. You signed up. Okay, awesome. Yeah, and you're going to love the community. Let me tell you something about the community. There's no negativity in the community. There's no drama in the community. Everyone in the community has a like mindset. Everyone in the community is motivated, driven, inspired. Everyone is on their own personal journey to becoming the greatest version of themselves. You will never find a community on social media where there's no negativity whatsoever. Other than Moni's community. I believe her community is like that. Tell them, Sonny, the community is amazing. What's up, Danielle? So good to see you. So good to see you, Mama. The community is amazing. Somebody pin the link up there for me, please. So you guys just hold that link down. And hold that link down, and then for like 3 seconds, copy and paste it, put it in your browser, and then you guys can go and get signed up. And you'll be ready to go. Any questions before I get out of here, you guys? Any questions? Yeah, it's life-changing. The community is life-changing. It's bigger than us. And that's a beautiful thing. It's way bigger than us. It's way bigger than us. Beautiful thing. Speaking of which, I got to get inside of the community. I got so many messages I need to respond to. When you join the community, I'll be with you all day. That's kind of why we created the podcast. Yeah. I do. Yep. I do private. Hey, Monica, what's up, Mama? We're going live. Monica, we showing out Thursday. You know, I need you to bring that energy. Bring that Eminem energy. Yeah, last night's live. Woo, Vonnie was killing it. She was hitting half court shots from everywhere last night. I'm like, dang. You posted awareness for the first time? So if I want to see it, send me, I want to see it. Yeah, last night's live was bananas. Vonnie was crushing it. I'm like, dang. I was like, with the little cricket headphones she had on. Yeah, I saw the cricket. Yeah, I seen her at the cricket store when I pulled up. What's going on? Yeah, I'm still waiting on that Cash App too. Yeah, don't think I forgot. Yeah, send me that 50-cent Cash App. I can put some gas in the car. Yeah, Musa too. I need my little Cash App, Musa. I done coached y'all up a little too much. I'm like, dang, wait a minute, I can't get a Cash App? No, I'm teasing. They're incredible. Namita, I'm getting ready to go dive into your email right now, so I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about you. Just know that. I'm getting ready to go do that right now, actually, as we speak. Other than that, I think we are good. You guys are welcome. You're so welcome. And just remember, like I said, I'm just your consciousness pushed out. What does that mean? That means that I'm a reflection of what your potential looks like with respect to self-awareness and self-mastery and emotional intelligence. That's all it is. That's how you should be looking at it. Once you get to this point, which is where we want to get you, right? To follow the blueprint, right? Get to this point. I'll be somewhere else when you get here. But the point not to be missed is that you'll always have that thing to follow behind. I do it every single day with my mentors and masters. I shadow box with them 7 days a week, every single day. Even with all of what I know, I still go hard with them every single day for at least an hour. Again, self-awareness is something that you do every single day. It's not something that you do part-time. It's not something that you pick up occasionally. You know, it's you don't just do it when you're motivated or inspired. You do it every single day, because the goal is to just become it, right? You want it to be in you, not on you. So the goal is just to become it. And then once you become it, you know, and you embody that version of yourself, that's what you're doing right now. You're really just, you're really building.